live. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Rime of the Frostmaiden. We are so pleased to be here for episode 18. Wow, 18. And, of course, we're in a very scary dungeon, so that's super fun, especially for me. For those of you who are new joining us, welcome. This is Venture Maidens. We play a lot of role-playing games here, specifically a lot of Dungeons & Dragons. On alternating weeks, we play a homebrew campaign, but on those other weeks, we have been playing through Rime of the Frostmaiden, which is an official adventure from Wizard of the Coast that I had the privilege of being one of the authors on. So it's been really, really fun for me. Also, please be advised, this is a horror-based campaign and stream, so you are going to see dark themes present in this game. Specifically, I think themes of cannibalism, just general eldritch horror, all kinds of nasty stuff are going to come up. So if any of those isn't really your bag tonight, this may not be the stream for you. But with that, I should also say we are going to be playing long today. So we are going to be wrapping up at 9 p.m. Pacific time, midnight Eastern time. So stick with us. We're in the middle of a dungeon crawl. It's going to be good shit. Anyway, let's dive in. Hey, everybody. My name is Celeste Conowich, and tonight I will be your dungeon master.
I'm Joe. I'll be playing Gab Herkenstone, your North barbarian.
Hello, I'm Katie, and I will be playing Minerva Tinkerbauble, your human wizard.
It gets longer every time you say
Every time, yep.
Last episode, it's just going to be half of the episode is my intro.
Time is only and forever slipping into the future. We can't expect much more for little Minnie.
Oh, dear.
And I'm Nassim, and I'm here to bring you down.
Bring us down, man.
Remind you of your mortality.
Wow,
Oh,
good.
God.
Oh, no.
Thanks, cleric.
As your Kalish Star cleric, Xena Arendi.
And I'm Sage, and tonight I'll be playing your Druid of the Stars, Inga Solanin.
And I'm Vincent, playing your hard-hitting Hexblade Warlock, Veronica Carnell. Got my battle ponytail ready to go.
Hell yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
I've got my hair tie real close because tonight is gonna be a mess. But before we can dive into the action of tonight's episode, we got to talk about what happened last time. So y'all, give me that sweet recap. And let's do it quick.
Let's see. We
Go.
entered the Reghead Glacier, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
And it was very spooky and cold.
And very dark, yeah.
Very
Yep.
dark,
Yeah.
spooky, cold. Yes.
Mhm.
We were sliding
Slippery.
down. Yeah, very
Slippery.
slippery.
Not what you
Yeah.
want. It's things that are dark, slippery, cold, anywhere near your body. But
good.
here we are.
Here we are.
Let's see. We got to kind of a nexus of 3 different passageways, and there was a strange alien ship from the future of the past, or who knows what, but it was half destroyed, something like that, and there's some bones inside, and we mucked about a little bit in that.
Mm-hmm.
There
Got
was a
chest out.
safe
Yep.
Yeah.
that we had to basically pull out
Mission
of
Impossible pull out of this crashed air passenger vehicle.
MVP goes to Inga for that, for being like, I can just lift this, no problem,
Excuse
guys.
me,
It's
I'm
not-
amazing.
But as half of us were in there trying to lift, or basically trying to help out Inga, some flamey skulls came bouncing along.
Mhm.
They got, half of them got turned by Xena, the other half got basically murdered, and then the other half got murdered.
Mhm.
We managed to crack open the safe and found a bag of holding, and
Yeah.
then put all the little skeleton bits in the safe, and then just lock them in there.
Yeah.
Choice
Because
move.
they're right, because they're like, oh, they'll just keep coming back if you don't do something about them. But we're just like, we don't have the spell slots for this. Goodbye.
Well.
Yeah, locked up.
Mhm.
Let's see, and then
Then you moved into the room with the big weird tower that was covered in strange
Right.
geometry, and you saw that strange mist thing disappear
Yeah.
inside the tower.
a mist and some eyes or something like that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Some
Yep.
orange animal eyes in the mist.
Mhm.
We ended up going inside, and we found this crazy restorative like caster tower thing, and there was like this old skelly boy in these white robes that had like the emblem of the original form of Mistra on them.
Mistral.
We got this big history lesson from Minnie, and everyone was like, nobody cares.
Professor
Cool.
Scant,
World's in mortal
the,
danger.
The talking orb helped provide
Yes.
a little bit of context.
And then we left because we couldn't really find much more in there, and we went down another path where Xena made a friend.
That's right.
Yeah, real quick before that, you did find one chamber where there was a big stone slab that was covered
right.
in an ancient language that Minnie, you were able to recognize, and Professor Scant was able to interpret as Loros, the ancient dead language of Netheril.
Like a advertisement.
Basically, it was like
a tour.
Activate this button to get a tour of Ythrin. And you're like, well, fuck, it's broken in half. There's no fucking buttons. So you left, and then you went and met that friend. What happened there?
We attempted communication, verbal communication, and
With what?
then
Mouth.
The head of the iron giant, essentially.
Yep.
Oh,
the
Yeah.
fucking Titanic head that had been ripped off of a body and was just deposited in this cavern.
mhm.
He's like, I've been here for so long. And we're like,
Oh no.
same girl, same.
Yeah, Xena mind linked with them and said that they had been there alone for so long. They were looking for their body and didn't. Well, they said there's kind of like lizard people
Yeah.
around.
Yeah, like
Which
mean little, nasty little lizard things.
Yeah. Didn't really help with this whole smoke mystery, but misty creature mystery. But there are other things down here with us. We are not alone.
Right.
And I said we'd keep an eye out for their body.
Yep. Sorry, bro. Yep. And then you had moved on to a very large cavern, and you had seen something, an apparition. Anybody remember?
Yeah, it was a frozen-fingered person doing a big, terrifying silent scream, and all very terrifying. I think Gob tried to sweep the ghost legs, didn't quite work out, and it poofed and disappeared. Is there anything else after that?
Yeah, that was pretty much the last moment.
Yep.
So there is where we are picking up. You have now come through a few of these caverns, these ice caverns, kind of like pockets of air that have been bored into this large, rugged glacier. You are moving through these caverns in search of the city of Ythrin, which is this fallen ancient city from this empire of Netheril, which was so advanced in terms of magic and ruled by wizards, but not too much else is known about it. But when Netheril fell, many of its cities literally fell from the sky and crashed down into the earth, and Ythrin is one such city. So for the first time in thousands of years, you are on the trail of potentially entering the city and finding the magical technology within. Maybe even technology that can end this eternal winter that Arl has cast upon Icewind Dale. So you've moved through a few different caverns here, and this latest one that you have come into, like all the other caverns, completely dark. All of you have been relying on dark vision at this point to see. There are no light sources. Everything around here is, again, yes, slippery, covered in ice. The caverns of this ceiling are about 20 feet high, so one of the less restrictive caverns you've been in here. But you had just seen that strange figure, that soundless image of a man who had been torn apart by frostbite. You could see the black twisting lines in his fingers and his face, and he had lunged towards you, maybe looking for help in this silent scream. But at the last moment, Gob had made contact, and he was gone. An illusion of this place and its cruelty. But with that, I need you all to make me some perception checks. As this figure disappears and you're left standing now in this dark, empty cavern.
We got a teleporter.
Everyone's on high
Gotcha.
alert.
So, not great.
I got a
7.
4, so I'm not trying to brag. That's
Oh, boy.
happening.
You have no
15.
idea. Okay.
16.
I've got a 7, Valian got a natural 1.
Good.
Oh,
Great.
does Anne exist?
Zan is here. He's with us in spirit, y'all. Like,
He got a 15.
oh, okay.
He doesn't
Oh,
say a
shit.
word.
24. Wow,
Okay,
I'm
wow.
so good at perceiving things.
Yeah.
Inga
Druids,
sees
man.
all.
Okay. So, Xena, Dazan, Inga, and Veronica did well. Correct. Everybody else got 10 or below? Yep.
Mhm.
Neat. All right. So then, all of you who got above a 10, you're standing in this cavern. You just saw this horrible thing, and you're surrounded by darkness. And again, I will say, dark vision, while you can see in the dark, it doesn't actually allow you to see colors. You're seeing the world in just shades of gray at this point. And so for those of you who notice this, something about the corners of this room suddenly become very wrong. It's like all of the shadows in this place that would have been cast naturally start to kind of shift and move, and the floor itself seems almost liquid as something is moving flat along the bottom of the ice here. So all of you are not surprised when these black shadows reach up from the ground and pull, attacking everybody who didn't notice what was happening here. So, Gob. Oh boy. Oh boy, this is gonna rock. All right. So, will a 15 hit you?
Will not.
Okay. Will an 11 hit you? No. Okay.
Nope.
A 16?
16 is my armor class.
Okay.
But I have, if it's something I can see coming, is it like a melee thing? Is it physical? Do I know?
It is a melee weapon attack, technically.
Okay, then I will use my new puppy dog tail to, it's an ability I have that lets me roll a d8, and I get to add that to my armor class.
Ooh.
So I just rolled a 4, so my armor class is 20 for that hit.
All right.
That's it.
Nice.
That's it out of the way.
Yeah, so you whap at this, like, shadow tendril that was rising up from the floor. And then a 21. I don't think you're avoiding that one. So, Gob, as one of these things, so 4 of these tendrils attacked you from the ground. You managed to avoid the first 3, but one sneaks in there after you whap one with its tail. You are going to take 10 necrotic damage, and your strength score is reduced by 4, as whatever it is that hits you wraps around you. You can literally feel your life force and vitality draining from your body as this thing. All right, and then let's see. So Velian failed and Dazan failed. Yeah.
He got a 15.
Oh, okay. So Dazan passed. So then our other 2 targets will be Velian and Minnie.
I'm gonna die.
So Minnie, oh boy, a 23 to hit you. That'll hit for sure.
Yeah. I guess can I use my, it's too late to use my portent, I think, so.
You can use it.
Yay!
If you want.
It can roll an 8 instead of whatever that was.
Womp womp. This is why I love
8.
low portents.
Okay, well, no. Neat. Okay, so that one will miss. And then the second one's a 13.
No.
Okay. And then another 13. Awesome.
I just imagine Minnie like swatting everything
poor
away with her
Asian.
purse. Don't touch me! Like,
No, yeah, stop it! And then a 16.
That will just hit, but I'm going to use shield.
Ooh, nice. Okay. So
Magic tail.
as all of these things are happening, you foresee in your mind this large shadowy form, as if you detached a shadow from like a living humanoid, is rising up now, kind of surrounding you on all sides as 4 of these things are forming like this, almost like a gate. But you foresaw it in your mind and managed to step back out of the way and throw up the shield to avoid all 4 of these tendrils. As you hear Gob now, like, you can see his body just weakening. Ooh, I rolled a 4 on a d4 on that, Joe. Sorry, that sucks.
Oh,
All right, and then
My one thing or nothing. It's fine.
and then Velian. Oh dear.
oh dear.
So 24 to hit her.
Yep, just barely.
13,
13 is her AC. Yeah, it hits.
22,
Oh yeah.
Oh,
She's not
and a
shielded or anything either.
22. Oh lord.
Oh yeah. She
Oh
jumps in front of Gob.
yeah. Yes.
sure, Jan.
Okay. So so damage. So here we go. 7
7,
plus 9
16,
plus 8
24.
plus 7, and it's all necrotic damage if that matters.
Okay. No, I don't think it matters all too much. She's pretty tough old lady.
Well,
Oof.
let's see. Now she's going to take the strength score damage.
Oh, her poor dump's dead.
All that wizard strength that's going on.
So 4 plus 2 plus 1 plus 1. Okay, she might survive this.
Was it
4 plus 2 plus 1 plus 1 is 8.
8.
Yeah, she's down to 2.
But she's
Oh.
still alive. Why don't you narrate what happens to Velian being reduced to 2 strength? What does that look like as a
I
human?
gotta imagine you it's like you lose all the bones in your body. You just crumple like a
This turns into gelatin.
No bones.
no
No bones,
Yep.
no bones.
And just lets out a moan, and that's like you have a hard time, like even like lifting any part of your body. It'd be
Yeah,
like
she can't even like raise her head, really.
like 5 times gravity.
It's
or
like an
something.
infant, right? You're
Yeah.
like, oh boy. So she crumbles. I don't think she's gonna be casting anything or doing anything for the rest of this
Hold
fight.
up her wound. You never know.
Maybe. That is true. She could. Oh God, all right. Well, so you see now that 12 of these shadowy forms have surrounded you all, swarmed around Gob, Velian, and Minnie. So, moving right along then, everybody, your initiative scores real quick. Could you read them off for me?
19.
Ooh, shit.
Gob got a 17. Velian got a 2.
Oh boy.
just lay there, sweetie. It's fine. We got it.
If I lay here.
Minnie got a 14 and Dazan got a 10.
Okay.
Sorry, go ahead.
Xena got a dirty 20.
Oh, nice. Okay.
God, Xena for fucking
Mhm.
president. Am I right?
Mhm.
And then Inga also got a 14 and she's got a 16 dex. Did we talk about this? How we both had the same score?
Yeah, I think so. You both, so Minnie and Inga, you both have the same score. So who wants to go first?
Oh, for dexterity?
Yeah,
It doesn't matter to me, so whatever you want to do.
I'll go first.
Okay.
All right, then. So Xena, you now have a chance. You're first in the order, so you have a chance to react to all this with Veronica on deck. So you see shadows swarming around your companions.
Oh, my buds.
I
Oh, they're so heavy all of a sudden.
I'm gonna bless some of y'all first. Or should I just take them? I'm gonna just sacred flame one of them surrounding them.
Okay. Which one? You have 12 targets to choose from. The ones that are currently swarming Gob, Velian. Velian certainly looks the worst off for this. Gob doesn't look much better. Minnie seemed to do just fine with her magic bullshit.
I'll help break Gob out of there.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't really care about William.
Go, Veronica.
Wow.
I'm done.
Gabronica. Yes, thank you, Chad.
I'm
Thank you.
Veronica. We're much fiercer than Bradgelina.
Gabronica.
Yeah, they wish.
Oh, fuck yes. Content warning theme 2. Cute. Oh, Jesus Christ. All right, so go ahead and throw me that fire.
All right, toss and write it over to you.
Yeah.
You gotta make a dex saving throw.
Oh, jeez. All right. Okay. Oh, boy. Oh, I just noticed something. It's good. This is good. 11, so probably not.
Nope. Good times.
Is Sacred
take,
Flame radiant damage?
Yes.
Nice.
Hell yeah. 13 radiant damage.
Ooh, shit. All right, what does it look like when your radiant damage, it's like, just incinerates this thing? Like, burns away yeah.
Yeah, I think whatever tiny little particles of smoke that it is just turn into what look like sparks. It just kind of
It's like
ignites
flash
and
paper.
disappears in an instant. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, so you absolutely just decimate one of those. And yeah, you can very clearly see that radiant damage is the way to go.
Winner.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, hands on Gob. So Gob, now only 3 of these things surround you. Anything else for your turn? I think that was an action. So do you have any bonus actions or
I do not.
such? Okay. All right, then that is going to bring us to Veronica with some shadows on deck. I won't tell you which ones, and then Gob.
Well, seeing as how my dinosaur boyfriend is in trouble,
Excuse
Veronica's
me.
going to...
My dinosaur werewolf boyfriend!
Right. How dare you touch him? So, so Veronica, axe in hand, is going to run towards the shadows around Gob. And as she does, you see lights start to dance around her body as she starts swinging away. So I will cast Spirit Shroud.
Woo!
And I will choose radiant damage. So essentially, whenever I hit something, I get an extra D8, and any creature within 10 feet of me that I can see has its speed reduced by 10 feet.
Ooh.
I'm going to swing at 1.
Okay.
That's a 22.
One surrounding who?
Gob.
I'm assuming. Okay. Yes. Then a 22 will certainly hit.
Right. 10, 8. So 11, I guess, magical slashing damage, and then another 7 radiant damage.
There we go. What does it look like when your strike blows up one of these things?
Literally, you see the axe kind of cleave through it, and it wiggles a little bit, and then right after the axe leaves, you see this streak of light go right through it again, and it just kind of like stops and then shatters.
Yeah. And again, in a flash, another one disappears. Another one bites the dust. And then, so that leaves 2 shadows still on Gob. Oh,
but I get another attack.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a 19.
A 19, yes. Oh, yes.
And that is 12 slashing damage and then 8 radiant damage.
Oh,
so 20 altogether.
So you slam one, just disintegrates, and then the other disintegrates as you bring down that same strike. So you've destroyed yet another of these things, leaving now just 1 shadow. Anything else for you, Veronica dear?
Nope, that would be it.
All right, my shadows. My 1 shadow that is sitting on Gob is...
Get out of me.
It's going to try and take 1 more bite. Because it must. A 23.
To who?
To you, dear Gob, as it is.
Who are we talking about?
Crawling.
Oh, God.
It's still, it's
Yeah.
seeing all of them burst around Radiance and tries to just swarm over you. And when this thing does, it feels like a silk sheet moving over your body.
That's nice.
Oh, God, chiffon.
And then all of a sudden it it sucks into your eyes and mouth, as it's trying to suffocate you. I imagine is what this experience is like. So you are going to take 12 necrotic damage.
Ouch.
And your strength score is reduced by 1 more.
Oh.
What the hell are these things?
Ouch.
Ouch.
+2.
They
Boo.
suck. Yes.
Wait.
Oh boy. Yeah, that's rad. How you doing with strength? How's Gob looking after losing 5?
Down from a +5 to a +2. But I'm still toughest.
I mean, you're
wolf
still
in the
tough as
room.
balls.
The strongest.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So you look like you haven't been eating right for like 2 weeks. that's your
You're shrinking
issue.
my muscles. No.
No. Damn. All right. But with that, you see all of you with dark vision as you're looking at this thing. It suddenly becomes imperceptible. You're not sure where it goes. It retreats from Gob and seems to have hidden itself in the other mass of shadow. So this darkness has moved into some of the further, deeper darkness surrounding the area.
Don't like that.
Hate that. Hate that.
Suddenly, I feel like we're playing Kingdom Hearts for the amount of times the word darkness has been used over the past, like.
Excuse me, it's dark. There's shadows. So dark. All right, Gob, we come to you with more shadows on deck.
So the one that was close has gone, right?
Essentially, it is hiding. So if you would like to find it, you are going to have to make a roll to try and find it.
I think I'm feeling a little out of my depth. I'd probably go, up to No Bones Bellianne. You gotta buff me if you want to live. Come on, and I'll
Down to
attempt
a
to,
Buff me if you want to live, like, just, oh God, so close. Like,
I think
do
God would probably
guidance.
try to drag her back into where more people are.
She would get 4 attacks of opportunity against her. She's surrounded by 4 shadows.
you leave her
I
right
thought
there.
we were together for whatever reason. Well, buff me if you want to. Let's see. If I don't.
No, there are 12 shadows total. There were 4. Well, now there are less. But there were 4 around you, 4 around Velian, and 4 around Minnie.
Okay. Well, then I think I would rush up next to Veronica, and you and me. And can I guess use my action to give her advantage?
Yeah.
For the next on the help.
Yeah.
Thing, and just do like a back-to-back action movie, or back, my head at her butt or whatever.
Right.
Right.
Just-
Yeah, so you can use the help action for your action this turn, and give Veronica advantage on the next roll Veronica makes.
And I think I'll also do a second wind to get some HP
Juice
back.
back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good call.
Oh, actually, instead I will go into a rage. I'm not gonna
Ah!
heal. I'm gonna get angry about it.
Okay.
Yes. Oh wait, the turn ends. Wait. Oh no. Sorry, I have to hit stuff to keep the rage going. Never mind.
You've
I'll
been
get angry
hit, so you're
later.
good.
Oh, I did get hit.
Multiple times, yeah.
Okay. I guess. Yeah. Okay. Never mind. I'm angry.
I'm angry. I'm healing. No, I'm angry.
You just have to, I
don't
believe,
know what I
before the end of your next turn, you have to hit somebody, or something has to hit you.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm a new barbarian.
Right.
Forgive me.
So, yeah, I'm new to this, yeah. Okay, well, Minnie, nobody came to help you, so we've got 4 shadows
Oh, yeah.
hitting you again. Boop. 17?
I'm going to use shield again because I will die here.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay. All right. So, and then the next one will be 13, so that won't get through your shield.
No.
11
No.
and a 5. Rolled a natural.
Amazing.
Minnie.
Oh.
Minnie, what does it look like? You're like shield, and these
lucky.
things are swarming on you. Is there a move? What is Minnie doing? Fuck, this is so cool.
I think previously Minnie had been like using her big purse to kind of block
Yeah.
things off, but now that's in a bag of holding because her back hurts.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that she's still doing the movements of like throwing a purse around and then like in the moment having the realization that it wasn't her purse all along and just like, oh,
Yes.
I love it.
God, yeah. So you are just driving back these shadows with your magic. So Minnie's fine. Don't fucking worry. So and then
I knew she'd be fine.
yeah, we all knew. That's why we didn't help her. So then Inga, it is your turn with Minnie on deck.
Fabulous. Well, first things first, on the end of Inga's staff, she there's like a kind of like a weird kind of green kind of almost iridescent crystal that perches at the end of her staff, and suddenly it glows with the beautiful light of noon as she casts daylight.
Aww, fuck.
She's like, not today,
Nope.
Satan.
Goodbye,
I heard
Satan.
you didn't like it. So a 60-foot radius of a sphere of light spreads out across from the top of her staff, and it just like whoosh, just almost like ripples through the space. There is bright light there, and then it sheds dim light for another 60 feet, and yep.
The face the DM makes, like,
it dispels any magical darkness of 3rd level or lower in the area, and then for her bonus action, can she see any of these shadowy figures?
Oh, yes. Now that fucking daylight has spread across this entire cavern, because you can see now it fills the whole cavern, like, and extends a little bit into the many passageways that lead off of this dungeon chamber, right? And now these big scary things that look so tall and menacing in the darkness, they look like little black paint spots on the floor. You can see that are now trying to inch as close as they can to your actual shadows to try and like scramble to hide in them because the light is so bright. So you can easily see even the one that like ran off and was hiding from Gob. It's like against the wall. You see them all kind of ruffle and gelatinously move as they're just diving for cover in the pain of this sunlight.
All right, so one of the ones that was surrounding on Velian, she's going to take on her starry form of an archer and shoot a radiant blast at them.
Oh shit, I'm not gonna live through this. Just know it.
Oh, I've got all these shadows. Everyone's just like, radiant damage, go!
Oh, good.
So that is a 15 to hit.
Oh, hell yeah.
And that's max damage. That is 13 damage, 13 radiant damage.
So 26 radiant damage to these things. So yeah, what does it look like when you incinerate the black spot? Any special flair?
Oh, yeah, you just see like it's really just like underwhelming. It's like you see this ball of light within this giant sphere of light just hit the ground, and it's just like little like sizzle from the ground.
Just like your magic was just like a Mr. Clean like magic eraser.
Oh,
It's
God.
gone. Bye-bye.
That is her turn.
Oh, fantastic. So one of that's just gone. That is just gone. Make sure. Boom. Rad. All right. So Minnie, we come to you with Dazan on deck.
All right. Minnie is going to go ahead and try to angle a burning hand so that it gets as many of hers, and then hopefully trying to like get a couple of Valians too or whatever.
Yeah, I would say probably because they're surrounding you, you could get 2 of yours and 2 of Velian's.
Sweet.
Because
So I'm going to do it
out.
at 2nd level.
Hell yeah.
So they'll do dexterity 16 save.
Okay, they're rolling everything with disadvantage because they are standing the fuck in sunlight. So wow, okay. Well, I'll let you know if I roll above a 10. No.
No.
Absolutely not.
That's not happening. No.
So that's going to be 17 points of fire damage.
Oh, Jesus. So, unfortunately, as you are burning away at these things, it doesn't look like fire damage does very much to them. It looks like it does about half as much as you think it would.
Celeste, stop doing this to me and all of my fire spells.
Oh, no! It's like when I designed this dungeon, I was like, oh, you know what motherfuckers will do? Like, just get a bunch of fire spells.
Just fire spells. It's fine. It's fine, guys.
They are still all going to take the 8 damage.
Yeah, and that is going to be my turn.
Hell yeah. So Dazan is going to be up here, and then more shadows, and then Velian.
Great. So he is going to do a magic missile.
Ooh.
Pew, 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 pew,
and just
pew.
kind of go down the line and see what it takes to kill these guys.
You get a magic missile, and you get a magic
And
missile.
one for you.
D4 for you. And for you.
Okay, so that is gonna be
What are
three-
you? Which shadows are you targeting? The ones. So you know that there are damaged ones, 2 around you, and then 2 around Velian.
I think for Dazan, he'd probably try to save Minnie because he doesn't want to fight with Velian over.
Yeah, he
shit.
would prefer if Velian died.
Yes, so
sure. So he can
yes.
get 100% of his cut.
Hell yeah, that's business,
Billy, I will
baby.
remember this.
Mm-mm.
So for the first one, that's gonna be 4 points of force damage.
Okay.
And then
4. Okay. Nope. Still up.
okay, and then 3 more.
7. Still up.
All right, and then the last one is gonna be another 4 points.
All right, so that is enough to kill one of these things. So the missiles like blast pepper against this. I think Dazan is like, sending each missile.
Oh.
No.
He's like posing with every single one, like
So
Unintentionally
Yes.
voguing.
right.
Absolutely, and then immediately just like hides behind Veronica because he's
yeah,
he's
absolutely.
like, I don't want to be here.
Because F that. Well, he can hide behind Krintos, his
right.
silent white bodyguard.
He's here too.
Oh yeah. No, you got a whole fucking entourage moving through this goddamn. So because you also have Velian's 4 kobolds, one of which is undead, and they just kind of trail behind. So also, Joe,
Oh,
don't
yeah.
forget.
Oh, I remember.
If it comes to it, we know what she's gonna do.
Oh god.
So yeah, so you have the 4 kobolds, you have the white that has been following you around. You have Professor Scant who's just yelling things. Now, wrapped in his cloth. So it's a whole party.
Oh my god.
Truly a party.
Truly.
But Minnie, that's good. So now only 3 shadows now surround you, and 1 has taken some damage from your burning hands. But that still means that there are 3 shadows that are sitting on Velian, and they are gonna continue trying to do their work. They are everybody's rolling at disadvantage. All of them are rolling at disadvantage because fucking
that's
sunlight.
You get disadvantage and you get
'Cause
disadvantage.
fucking sunlight. Oh shit! But one's still a 19.
Oh, I didn't realize on her. Well, 19. Yeah. Never mind.
Yeah, even shield wouldn't help that. So that's 1 that hits with disadvantage. Yeah, 12. Right. AC's
misses.
13. Okay.
13. Yeah.
Disadvantage a 10. Yeah, and then an 8. Sunlight. But see, this could kill her.
That's 1. Yeah.
A fucking 1? Are you fucking kidding me?
Pew, pew,
Fuck
pew,
you.
pew.
I'm rolling
Holding
these in D&D
on.
Beyond. These aren't any fucking dice. This is just all right. D&D Beyond apparently
Amazing.
loves Velian, so
Fan favorite. So it goes.
I wouldn't go that far, but okay.
so she takes 1 more strength. So a human
man.
being at 1 strength damage, I don't think they can move. I think she is totally prone. I'm gonna say she can't take any actions on her turn. Like
Yep.
it is just everything it's taking to get her lungs to fill up with air
Sure, yeah.
each
Right.
turn.
And then she got arthritis. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah, like it's like full body paralysis at this point. Damn. All right. Then shit. Okay, it's Velian's turn.
Okay, so I think in desperation, the 4 kobolds will form kind of like a human, or not a human, a little like,
Koboldian.
do a 4-person carry of her prone body and go hop 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 and try to get her out of there. And attacks of opportunity happens, but she needs to get out of there.
Yeah.
So worth the risk.
For sure.
So they're gonna.
Okay. Then here we go. We're gonna get 3 more attacks at disadvantage.
Fainting couch.
Fucking 11, 9. Fucking hate sunlight. And 12. So
Yeah, they
you're fine.
all almost,
The kobolds
Oh.
are like, like scrapping with their
That, like,
nails at these
cat, like,
shadows.
boop.
Yeah. Like, yeah, swatting and like biting and just totally driving them back.
One other thing on her turn, since she's still got all her faculties, can I say, or can she roll like an Arcana check to see what this, like, what these creatures are, if she knows, and if this, is like a permanent thing, if she's been like, cursed or
Yeah, for
whatever
sure.
it might be.
Go ahead and roll with advantage for Velian
Okay.
as a necromancer.
Oh, true. Yeah. Okay, that's a 16 plus 6.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
So she knows that these things are shadows. Shadows are undead creatures. They are like the warped version of basically psychic trauma manifested into shadows.
No.
That is what these things are. So she knows that their strength drain feature, basically, if a target, hang on. Okay, the target dies if its strength is reduced to 0. Otherwise, the reduction lasts until the target finishes a short or long rest. So if she can complete a rest, all of this will go away. So she would know this isn't terribly desperate if she thinks she's going to live through this.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, and that's it. I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so safely the kobolds like pull her back into that tunnel you came from, and she is out of the fight. Good move, kobolds. So then that is going to bring us back up to the top with Xena and then Veronica on deck.
So remind me how many are around Minnie. What happened to the ones? Are they still chasing the kobolds?
So there is one shadow that is still right by where Gob is, that was hiding but has suddenly revealed itself. There are 3 shadows still on Minnie. One of them looks smaller, more damaged than the other 2. And then there are still 3 shadows where Velian once was, but were driven back by the kobolds here. So it looks like they will probably select new targets since they're kind of floating in the middle of your group right now.
Veronica will yell to Xena to take out the one that was trying to hide by Gob. And I'll take care of the other 3.
Okay. I guess you have more attacks than I do. Yeah. I will Sacred Flame the last remaining smoke thing.
All right, go ahead and try and hit me.
You gotta try and run away, sweetie.
Oh,
Roll a dex.
fucking disadvantage. Fuck off. 5. I feel like Sage's job in this campaign has been like to pick the one perfect spell that'll just fucking ruin my day. Because that Earthbind spell, I'm still salty about that shit.
So salty.
Right tool for the job.
I stood up at night.
Oh my goodness.
You're
It
just
is
in the
such a
shower
delight.
crying, like, why? I just wanted to murder at least one of you.
It would have been so cool. Anyway, whatever. 5. So no, it fails.
They will take 10 radiant damage.
Wow, 20 radiant damage. Fuck. So another one just up in flash paper as you destroy yet another of these shadows. So now that is a group of 4 destroyed. So I'm taking them out of initiative.
Thank you.
There are no more surrounding Gob.
Got my vote for president.
Yep. Yep.
Mhm.
Anything else
That
for
would
your
be the
turn?
end of
No.
that would be the end of my turn.
All right. Then we come to Veronica with Gob on deck.
Literally pat Gob on the head and just sprint over
Yeah, that's
to Minnie. First hit is a 26.
Hell yeah. Are you attacking the damaged one or one of the other 2?
One of the other 2.
Okay, fair. Yes, a 26 will serve.
16 plus 7. 24. 7 of that is radiant damage.
Oh, yeah. You cleave right through that shadow. It dissipates instantly.
Next attack, 21 to the damaged one.
Okay. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. 7. 11 plus 6, 14. So 19 damage. 5 of that is radiant.
Yeah, it's gone.
Boy.
It's gone, baby.
Ooh.
Not even a
Mhm.
smudge left on that ice floor.
And then with my great weapon master feat, since I reduced a creature to 0 hit points, I get to attack again as my bonus
Like you're
action.
swirling your ponytail at me. Like you're fucking cute as hell. Excuse me. All right.
I just get to attack one more time. It's fine.
Oh, I guess I'll just win or whatever.
It's fine. Let's see, 13 plus 9, 22.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I've done too.
It's
outta here.
That'll be
Nice
18
stuff.
damage. 8 of that will be radiant.
It's dead. It is
Mhm.
dead.
Literally, like, does all this. Just like you just see Axe like swinging around. Minnie's like, everything like dies. And I'm just like, you're welcome.
Thank you. You're welcome.
It's
You're
fine.
welcome. Yeah, good.
I love it.
Okay, so that leaves just 3 of these shadows remaining, and I think it is safe to say at this point now, with daylight going, with all of you in full force, and with only 3 of these things, I think you all make very short fucking work of the rest of these 3 things. So
Punch one in the mouth.
officially,
What? They don't have a mouth.
Yeah.
Daylight also lasts for an hour, so that's fun.
Oh, awesome.
Wow.
that is neat. That is very neat.
Take a short rest.
Passive
Yeah.
perception.
18.
18 for Inga.
Oh,
Anybody
man.
higher than 18?
No.
13 now.
What the hell, Inga?
So
Wisdom.
Yeah.
Inga
Druid.
sees all like.
I will say daylight. That's drops in a space, right? Or is it centered on you?
It's centered. Yeah, it's centered on my staff, so I can. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So it does move with you.
Mhm.
Sick. So then Inga, you would perceive as this is happening, as all the shadows die, and you all kind of catch your breath and see your surroundings. On one of the very edges of these caverns, the one that moves in the most eastern direction, as your daylight persists, you hear a animalistic hissing growl sound and see a pair of orange eyes that disappear into the darkness once again. Just beyond the edge. Whatever this was didn't cross the line, so you could ever see it. But
Interesting.
then
She
it's
makes
gone.
note of it.
Yeah.
She doesn't tell anyone.
All right.
What?
Everybody's dying. Everybody's
scare
hurt.
anyone.
Yeah.
It's fine, except for Bellianne, but like.
Doesn't look too good.
No, she does not look good. She is in corpse pose. If this was a yoga class.
The dying cockroach. Like.
Time for a short rest, methinks.
Yes, please.
I would
Cool.
love to get all of my level 1 spells back. But I expect.
What?
I mean,
With the wild shapes.
I will say the daylight is pretty clutch to let you have a short rest, because in this place you usually would not be able to take any kind of rest. So as long as that persists, I will
Yeah,
rule
shit,
that
she'll
you are
cast-
safe.
Yes.
Yeah, she'll cast it twice if she has to cover the 2 hours.
Fuck that.
Like
think
that's
it's
It's
that's
just 1
fine.
hour. It's just 1
Yeah,
hour.
just an hour.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
true.
Pretty good,
Oh, that's
right?
true. It is just 1 hour. Yeah. Okay.
Well, how much do you get back in a short rest too? Because I also was going to give a prayer of healing.
You can spend hit dice. So basically, as many hit dice as you have, you can roll that amount and then add your Constitution modifier, and that's how many hit points you get back.
Oh my god, please use prayer of healing
Yeah.
because you have been wanting to
Somebody-
use prayer of healing since the beginning of this
I
campaign.
know.
and
I've
every
literally
time
never had a chance.
Okay.
we're like,
I
I
will
cast prayer of
say-
healing. We're like, no.
You absolutely cannot take a long rest. You will not be able to get away with a long rest while you are here. So prayer of
Yeah.
healing, this is the place to use it, while you can only take a short rest.
Okay, great. Then that's what we're gonna do.
Finally,
so do
it took
that.
18 episodes.
Yeah.
We're gonna cast it at I think we're gonna cast it at a 3rd level.
Oh,
Hell you.
Yeah. So y'all are gonna get 3d8 back, so that's gonna be 20 points of healing.
Well, while you all
Ooh.
do your hit dice and stuff, I'm gonna refill my drink. I'll be right back.
20 heal.
I'm
Oh,
fine.
and then a hit die
Yeah.
on top of that.
I am renewed. Like,
Oh, yes. And one more hit die just to top off the old tank. Yeah, okay, perfect. Gob lives again.
Buddy gets handed very old. You don't know when they were grabbed. Red Lobster biscuits from Minnie's purse.
Just gonna gnaw on it like a rawhide.
Enjoy that rock.
I can like put it on a stick and just like lick it. Like it's probably frozen solid at this point.
Nobody touch Gob while he's eating.
Do your hackles raise if like someone tries to pet you and you're like, ah?
Have you guys seen the Fantastic Mr. Fox movie? I imagine God
Oh,
eats like
yeah.
that.
Very cordial until the animal instincts. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, good. All right. Billy Ann's gonna blow a bunch, but she's back in business.
Very good.
This place sucks.
Yeah.
Did you imagine that because of the rest of how Icewind Dale is, this place would be any better?
This place has been the blessed place so far.
This is no wind, right? It's
No
good.
storms. That's been pretty nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Running, right.
I could actually hear myself think for the first time. I
Right.
didn't like it.
My
Mhm.
face isn't wind chapped as fuck.
Right.
All right. How we all healed up? We all short
Looking
rested
good.
up?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, one thing before we move along here, during your short rest, I need someone to roll me a d12. Don't add anything.
I can do that, sure.
Mhm.
I got a 1.
Actually, roll again for me.
Okay, different die. 4.
A 4. Okay. And then I will roll. Okay. Xena. So during this short rest, I mean, you all are recovering. You do your spell. You're getting back health. Everything is going fine. But you can't shake this feeling that something is wrong. Something about this place. Of course, it's creepy. You know, there's no sunlight. You're deep in this great glacier, but it's just this feeling that someone is watching you. And you can't shake that for like the first 20 minutes or so of the rest. You manage to put it out of your mind aside. But it gets worse. It gets worse after that. As you kind of get up and try to, stretch, and you hear footsteps behind you. Every time you take a step, someone right behind you takes a step. And you look, you turn around, and there's no one there. But each time you turn away, again, footsteps behind you getting closer and closer. And it just, I think there comes a point where you just have to stand still because you're like, I can't, like, no matter what I see, no matter what I do, there's nothing there. And then that's when you start to feel the breath on the back of your neck. And you know that somebody is standing inches behind you, breathing.
Nope. Where's my D4? Oh, whatever. We're gonna roll this for now. Okay. Wow. Lucky. I'm going to mind link with Inga and say, Inga, I don't believe we're alone. I can feel a presence, if not more than one presence, in this space with us. Right behind me. And
sorry, go ahead.
yeah, I'll wait for your response first, but there is something else I would like to do.
I really feel like part of her would just like say out loud, okay.
Okay, well, you're seeing a ghost.
I should be able to see them if I cast see invisibility, so just Hold on a moment. Let's not give away our position just yet.
Can she respond back to you telepathically?
Yes.
Okay. Then responding back to you, she says, there are a great many spirits in this place. Perhaps something is trying to communicate with us in the same way when we were in the deserted house. I will come closer to you, though. She'll like very nonchalantly like do a
Casual?
big reindeer stretch.
So casual.
And slowly make her way over to go and sit next to Xena.
Yeah. And you do. And Inga, you can tell that Xena is scared. Like the tension in somebody's body, especially, I'm sure we've all experienced that when we're walking alone in the dark and we feel like somebody is behind us, just that rigidity. But you don't. I mean, this place is creepy. Yeah, sure. It's weird being in the dark, but there's nothing really pings on your radar. Whereas Xena, despite how close Inga comes to you, you feel that person behind you. And that breath continues. And you know that if you take a step, so will they.
Okay. Once Inga's approached close by, I will cast See Invisibility.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
On myself.
And you do. You look behind you. There's nothing. And the breath stops. And that feeling of someone behind you stops. And it's gone. You're alone here. Other than your companions.
Fuck. Wasted my spell slot.
Oh.
Well, it lasts an hour, so that's good. But okay.
It'll come in handy.
I guess I will stay in my mind link with Inga and just say that they've gone. I don't feel them anymore, and I can't see anything, even with my detection on.
Well, I have also seen strange things in this place, so I'm sure we are bound to see more.
Or not see more.
Nods.
Okay, well, Xena has goosebumps all over.
Awesome.
And would like to move on.
Cool. Yeah, so you come to the end of that rest. For the rest of you, Gob and Velian, you feel your strength returns. Just taking the rest, and it's like your life is coming back to you minute by minute as you recover from this strange attack. And as you are looking at your surroundings here, so you have 3 new ways to go out of this cavern. You could come back the way you came, which is to the west. But the 3 new ways, you can either basically go north, you can go east, which is Inga, where you saw the eyes, or you can go south from this point. I will say south, you would be moving down a small ice slide. You can see. Only about a 15-foot slide or so. So it wouldn't be too hard to get back up.
Inga would suggest we go to the east. For no reason whatsoever.
Oh, I like this caginess. I don't know why, but I enjoy it.
Are there any other distinguishing characteristics about the other ones?
Do you want to take a peek-see and kind of look down?
Yeah, we'll take a little sniff.
So I'll say, without going like down the slide to the south, you can't determine much. You can see that it opens up into a larger cavern. Maybe something about the same size where you are. When you look into the north, you can see it's a smaller room. It's really long, so you can't see quite the back of it, but it looks like it narrows down pretty quickly. So It doesn't seem like that's a throughway. Whatever is in that chamber, it would be just looking in that chamber. And then when you look to the east, you can tell that that moves into another larger chamber, and you can vaguely make out that there are branching chambers from that point.
I feel like we gotta slip slide our way all the way down. And we'll find the magic, whatever, at the bottom of the hole.
So we have one vote for east, one vote for south. I will say north. It's just a one-room thing. If you did want to peek in there.
What if I
Temptress.
cast divination and asked what the safest path to our goal was?
Ooh.
I believe I can only answer yes, no, or maybe. So I don't think I could tell you one of the options.
You can ask
Or-
about each path, though.
You
That's the
you
one
could also ask if
It
our
says it
goal-
can be a short phrase, a cryptic rhyme, or
Oh.
an omen.
I was thinking of a different spell. Yeah, man.
You could also ask if like our end goal is all the way down at the bottom, like if we should be going down all these slippy slides or not.
I mean, I imagine there's only one way out, so I think the safest path is the one we should take.
You have
I
no
mean,
idea
that's
what the
what I'm
safest path
thinking,
is.
but
safest path is north to the one room.
To the one room and then stay there and never leave.
safest path to our goal is what I want to ask.
Well, I suppose if Gob said his piece, and they'll decide. But curiosity gets the best of him. He wants to check out the little tiny room.
Yeah, we'll go with you.
To the north. Just poke your head in.
Yeah, just a little
Little
peek.
poke, little peeksy.
Yeah.
Peek. Just a little peek. So just a little peek.
That's
So
talking back and forth.
yeah, you both of you kind of inch forward, and I think Gob, you kind of go in front, and then Inga's very large, so it's like a little two-person
Giraffe
team
in
as
front
you
of me, yeah, pretty much.
you look into this space, and you see this 20-foot high cavern tapers to a dead end. A dozen human skeletons sheathed in frost lie on the uneven floor, but their skulls are all missing.
Ooh.
And you have just enough time to take all of that in before both of you start to feel a hollowness in the pit of your stomachs, like that just grows and grows to just ravenous hunger. You are so hungry suddenly, like it's like you haven't eaten in weeks. You're just overwhelmed with this feeling of hunger. It's painful.
It's a normal Wednesday.
Yeah.
Did you guys find the Donner Party of
Werewolf
D&D?
life.
Like what?
Oh man, oh, God. Do I got another worm? Bro, oh God.
Oh, it hurts. You're so hungry.
I don't like this. I'm
Yeah,
going
I
to go
should've-
get.
Back it up, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to ask Minnie for another biscuit.
Yeah. Second.
Yeah. Okay. So you immediately both retreat and start trying to eat some food.
Hmm
So there's a bunch of headless skeletons.
Shoving food into your face,
and
rations.
Gurgle of
Yeah, and
sounds
you
good to
are
me,
eating and eating and eating, and you both eat probably about 3 times as much as you normally would before finally the hunger starts to abate. But whatever, and it's weird because you both ate like during your short rest. There is no logical reason why you should have been that hungry.
Magic.
Gob's pretty used to being a hungry boy, so
You know,
just a weird,
Just
Growing
life.
kids.
weird hungry.
I don't know if Gob has ever felt like he was starving to death, though. That is what you felt like
Oh, okay.
in that
Just a-
moment.
Bad
You
news,
are
everybody.
sure that you would have starved to death if you had to endure that.
Ugh.
There's no more trail mix.
Stay away from the
You
bone.
ate all the fucking trail mix. You ate the whole Tupperware of trail.
Oh, no.
Why?
oh god.
It's a lot of gore.
Nuts are the worst on an empty stomach.
But there were those 12 skeletons, kind of heaped and covered in rime. You can ignore them if you want.
We probably
Yeah.
should.
I'm
Yeah.
good. Never came from no bones. I'm good.
Not in a dungeon. No way. All right. So then that leaves you with a passage to the south, which is that little short, like, kiddie slide down into a larger cavern, or to the east, where you can see a cavern and then branching tendrils from that cavern.
Well, Inga, you got my back. I got your back. Let's go east then. What do you say, everybody?
Sure. I guess no one's interested in a divination spell.
I mean, you go for it.
I mean,
You're-
if you
but
want
you're
to cast
casting it, yeah.
if you want to cast a fourth level spell
sweetie.
now, that's up to you, baby.
It's a ritual casting, so it won't take up a spell slot.
It does. Doesn't
It does take up a spell slot.
As a ritual, it does.
Oh, no.
Oh, I thought,
Wait,
yeah.
as a ritual, no. It wouldn't take up a spell slot.
It just
I
takes
thought you-
Time.
10 minutes as opposed to instantaneous with a
10
spell
minutes
slot,
and,
yeah.
and 25 gold pieces.
It's
I thought you-
instantaneous.
I thought you just
no,
didn't have to
not as a
prepare it.
ritual.
Oh, it's not?
This is a ritual.
No,
it's
it
10
takes
minutes to cast
10
anything?
10 minutes plus however long the casting time is that it takes to cast the spell.
Oh, yeah, I see that.
So it'd take 10 minutes and 6 seconds to cast it. Yeah.
Inga, your daylight is done. Yeah.
Yep.
Let's just go east.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, probably not the best idea to stand around in the dark at
Yeah.
any given point in this place.
All right. So you continue to move to the east and following that vague picture you saw. And this cavern that you come into has a 10-foot high ceiling covered with icicles that nearly touch the floor, forming thin stalactites. You see several of these icicles have been broken off, leaving paths that lead to the cave's 4 exits. Narrow tunnels to the east and the south, and wider tunnels to the west and the northeast. It's at this point that you all begin to hear high-pitched barking and yipping that echoes through the cave. You cannot tell in the reverberating sound which of these 4 passages that yipping and barking is coming from. But it is very strange and jarring. Everything has been very quiet except for your own footsteps ringing in your ears at this point.
Did someone bring Balto Thunder down here? Like what?
Yeah. Gob, you kind of hear like a coming. He's really trying to struggle not to
Do it
Bark
back.
back.
I will say, actually, Gob, with your superior perception, go ahead and roll with advantage for me to see if you can suss out anything more specific.
Ooh, all right. That is a 17 plus 3, dirty 20.
Oh, geez. You would be able to tell, your instincts would tell you that whatever is making that sound, it is not a canine thing. So it doesn't have that same resonance as a dog or a wolf might have. Whatever it is not. It is not similar to you in that way.
That ain't no booch.
Yeah, your hackles kind of
Yeah.
fall down as you realize it's like, I don't have to respond, is I think what your instincts are telling you.
Oh, okay. Cool. So let's see. So you say there's 4 exits.
Oh, yeah. So as
small,
you are
too.
in this cavern, oh, okay. Well, one of the 4 was the way you came from behind you to the west.
Oh, okay.
So the 3 mysterious passages, there's one to the northeast, which is a bit wider than the others. It looks better traveled. You can probably infer from the way the icicles are broken. Or a passage directly to the east, or a passage to the south.
Can Gob tell if the yipping and barking, does it sound like this animal is like hurt or trapped in some type of way?
I think all of you can pretty easily tell that it sounds like many creatures. It's why it's so confusing. And it doesn't sound like, like a lone creature in pain. It almost sounds like some kind of communication between
Gotcha.
creatures is the vibe you're getting from these. And honestly, because of the way sound is fucked in this place, you're like, you could not tell which of these 3 passages it is coming from.
Does someone have an underground pet shop? Like, why?
Why is this happening? Yeah.
What is
Speaking
going
of-
on?
Of pets, if we want to, we can send Jingles out. And
Oh, no.
let
Oh,
me
no.
know.
Oh,
Which-
baby. But Jingles is young now. Jingles young and fresh.
Hot
He
new
is-
jingles.
Hot new
He's
Jingles
a
since he
hip
died in
young
that
young
fresh.
man.
died in that fireball. He's
Oh,
just been a
God.
different fox.
The big derpy tongue.
Mhm.
I'm sorry they're all doubting you, little boy. And she's just like petting him and giving him gross, sloppy grandma kisses.
We weren't doubting Jingles. We were doubting you.
What do you mean?
What the hell?
The last time we saw Jingles, we were like, "Is it okay? Blink twice if you're okay." Like,
Because I took very good care of him. He
He
grew
never
old.
died. He was a celestial. He never died. It's fine. No
Got a question.
problems. Yeah.
So when you say like the passages are narrow,
Mhm.
is it like difficult to traverse narrow, or is it just
It's like literally 5 feet narrow as you were getting through. So like a medium-sized creature, you would all have to walk
Okay.
pretty much single file.
you want to go?
I mean, for
Easy route.
Inga's sake, shouldn't we go in the wider one?
Joe?
Then
Baby got
hips
back.
don't lie.
It would be rough.
South-
yeah. yeah.
Southeast, right?
I can stoop. It's okay.
I guess we'll go for the easy track then, and is it southeast? You said
To the northeast would be the
Northeast, yeah.
widest path.
sure.
Yeah.
Take point real careful.
So you start to make your way through this wider passage with the sound of, the yipping and barking ringing around this cavern in your ears, disguising your approach, luckily. As you come to this next cavern, finally the passage opens up a little bit into a 10-foot high cavern, and you come face to face with an army of small, misshapen ice sculptures. The first thing that hits you, like dark vision, as you're looking at it. All of these things stand about 3 feet tall, and it takes you a minute to kind of notice what's going on and perceive it, but they all seem to be vaguely carved towards the same shape, as if somebody was trying to make multiple copies of whatever it is they're trying to create here. They have kind of smaller bodies with like buff torsos and long beaked, almost lizard-like faces. Some of them have horns, but the sculptures haven't been done very well, so some don't. Like, you can see crashed pieces on the floor, or
They're all
just like
humanoid.
yeah, but they're about 3 feet tall and have really like lizard-like features. And they're all in like arr positions with their hands up, looking very fierce, or trying to, but all the statues have been made very, very poorly. So it's hard to really determine
Can
what's going on.
maybe grab one of the kobolds and like put it in front of him and like look at the statues.
Oh yeah, and the kobold looks at that and looks at it, and
Yeah.
you see the resemblance. If this
Yeah, it
is a very poor sculptor, yeah, sure, this is probably a kobold. The kobold looks up at you and looks at the statue and is like, and shakes its head no, in a
Sorry,
very
buddy.
like demeaning gesture.
Okay.
Could I make an insight check to try and deduce, like looking at the arrangement of them, looking at each of the statues, like poses, try and like glean some sort of intent on it? Because does it look like this is like a ritual space? Does this look like consummate madness?
Yeah. Go ahead and make me an insight check. You can also see that there is one passage leading out of this room to the southeast, other than the way you just came.
I would love to assist with that role as well.
Yeah, roll with advantage then, Inga, as you were
Nice.
all
Alright.
staring at these statues, trying to go like, what the fuck?
All right, that first one was 15. The second one is a 12, so that is a total of an unnatural 20.
Yeah, so as you were looking at them, you feel like this would be a creature's attempt to perhaps intimidate someone, like, because they are arranged in rows, almost like the terracotta warriors. When you look, you're like, that's supposed to be the impression of what you get here. Like, you come around the corner, you can't really see in the dark, and like, oh no, all of these like terrifying warriors are facing you. How well that effect has been achieved is not. It's negligible. It's not really working. But you think that this is the artistic effort, probably of many creatures, to try and do this, because there are a lot of these things packed into rows. So somebody has spent a lot of time and effort trying to make this. You can also tell there are very different sculptors in here, so it's at least more than 2 sculptors who have tried to put this together.
Very cool. She's going to say very out loud and in general to everyone, will be like, wow, whatever has lived here must be a big, terrifying creature. And she'll like wink at everyone, like, go with it.
Oh, yes. I am shaking in my boots with how terrified I am.
What?
Maybe.
About? What?
Maybe.
What? These are terrible.
Go with it.
Is it? Are we okay? Is it okay?
Yeah, as you continue to say these things, the yipping and the chattering and the barking continues from somewhere else, not this cavern. And it doesn't seem to be interrupted. You're not sure if anyone heard you. Or maybe they did. Who knows?
What passages were leading off from here? Sorry.
So just one passage to the southeast. And you can see that this is a short little slide that's very narrow. So you can't tell what is beyond it. But it's only about a 10-foot, like a kiddie slide on a playground is what you're looking at, leading down into the southeast.
And if we get closer to the slide, can we discern if the yipping's getting louder? Maybe? Quieter?
Yeah, I think it sounds like it probably is coming from down there. It's still hard directionally to say, but that seems to be logical considering it seems a little bit louder in this room. I'm moving down. Maybe that's where it's coming from.
Should we do a sneaky slide? I think there might be
Is there such thing as a sneaky slide?
The little yappy guys down below, maybe. Yeah. Right.
Maybe we should sing jingles before we all slide down to wherever. Because once we slide down, getting back up is a lot more difficult.
That is true. I have to use an action to do athletics checks to get back up.
Yeah, I'm not backflipping up a nice slide. Jingle all the way.
Didn't you just say that it's the only path we have?
Or you could go back the way you came.
Oh.
We have the 15-foot slide in that other room.
Still better to see, or at least kind of get a, inclining of what might happen. Jingles might get squished the moment he gets to the bottom.
Will Jingles be able to come back up?
Yeah, there was also the option, if you did go back, there was one more passage to the south, which wouldn't send you immediately down the slide. It was just like another cavern.
I'm curious as fuck now. I want to know.
Can you show me?
Jingles!
Jingles! It's your moment, son. And she just kind of puts them in front of it, and she's going to put a hand on Veronica's shoulder to steady herself and go and start seeing through Jingle's eyes as he goes down the tunnel.
Yeah. All right. So you send Jingle sliding down the tunnel. He's got 4 paws, so it's like blah, 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 as he just
flapping in the wind.
Yeah, and then launches down and lands in this cavern that looks about the same size as the caverns you've been in recently. So about 20 feet tall, lots of different passageways moving off. And there's a minute where Jingles is like, kind of breathing and looking around. And then Jingles starts to feel very frightened as Jingles' eyes is looking up and around this place and sees creatures crawling on the ceiling here. They're small and very lizard-like, like little tiny dragon kobolds you recognize, crawling on the ceilings of this cavern. And as Jingles walks into this space, the yipping and the barking stops. You can all hear it as all these kobolds kind of turn to look at Jingles. And then there's a thud sound as Jingles suddenly can't see anymore. Something lands on top of him. And there's a feeling of sharp pain, and Jingles is no more. And you are thrown back into your body.
All right.
You
guessing that
muted.
Can't speak anymore. No.
Right. It was so traumatic.
Well, Jingles is dead for now. I mean, so God, don't worry, he's fine. Anyway, so he went down and there was the cavern and he looked up and there were little kobolds crawling all over the fucking ceiling.
Yeah, and I'd say, Minnie, you got the distinct impression, because Jingles has been around a long time. Jingles has seen some shit. Jingles has met kobolds before. But there was something wrong about these kobolds. They were emaciated and dressed in basically like rags, and they had these red lights in their eyes. And right before Jingles died, you got this distinct impression of something being drained from him, like his life force was being sucked away.
I'm sucking. But
Kobold vampires?
Right, I was like, vampiric
This
kobolds?
is a good place to take our break. Yay! So we're going to take a little 10-minute break. So we're going to be back at 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern, whatever on the hour is. We will be back then for the second half of this super fun episode. Yay! Great. Thank you all so much for sticking with us as we, delve into some horror. It's good. It's good stuff. All right. Well, I'm going to move to that break screen, so we'll see you in 10, everybody. Be right back. We're back. We're ready for this. Hey, everybody, welcome back. We are back from our break and continuing on with episode 18 of our Icewind Dale Rime of the Frostmaiden playthrough. For those of you who are just joining us, welcome. This is Venture Maidens. We play a lot of fucking D&D on this channel. M-rated stream, horror campaign. If you're not into that, probably not the greatest stream for you. As we have just stumbled upon some blood-sucking kobolds.
Oh.
So here we all are. You are now standing at the top of this very short ice slide. Now that you all look at it again and knowing what is at the bottom of them, it's only about 15 feet at a slant. And your last impression before Jingles, your familiar, died was that there were a lot of these things crawling on the ceiling, swarming around. They didn't seem to have any trouble whatsoever navigating the ice walls and ceiling.
I mean, we could lead them all up this way and just, fricassee them as they make their way up this corridor.
Let's go
Is
to
it-
the other end of the
we
Oh,
could,
room.
but I don't know if we all remember this. We have to fight a god. So
Just reminding.
if
kids.
we don't have to fight something, let's not.
Yeah, agreed. Let's go back and we'll go to the other way and be very quiet. And maybe they're happy with a weasel and it'll be good. It'll be all-
And a fox.
Whatever.
Oh, I thought he was a weasel.
Ooh.
So
Hey.
fucking
It's no
disrespectful,
fox.
you youths.
With
God
the big
damn
ears,
it.
so cute and so murdered.
Murdered as fuck. Minnie's just gonna turn around like just defiantly and just start walking back towards the other chamber.
God would try to herd everyone and maybe pull out his crossbow and kind of do like the backwards walk, watching the hole as we make
Yeah.
sure no one's scurrying out.
So you're kind of backing up into this tunnel and leading back into the room you came from, which was the one full of these terrible ice sculptures of kobolds, which now, in context, as you're looking at it, like, oh, maybe those kobolds were the ones responsible for building this. Kind of interesting. Kind of weird.
Trapped underground for however long, you might as well do something.
Vampires with big ego.
Everyone's got to have a hobby.
Right.
Yeah. So you are stepping back and away from that situation as delicately as possible. When you begin to hear something, all of you at once, it's this horrible, horrible moment as a sound is coming from behind you. This, this cackle that rolls up and outward to become ear-piercingly loud, a hyena's cackle that echoes strangely and weirdly throughout this cavern. And you can turn around just in time to see this gigantic hyena, the size of a horse, that is standing in between these sculptures here, and you see its eyes glow with a very familiar ember smoldering orange as this thing squares off against all of you. It seems to be alone by itself, but here it is laughing, and that drives into your skull, and I need all of you to make wisdom saving throws against a fear effect.
Resistance on myself.
Is it
To
magic?
what? Hey, how are you doing that? Nassim, what is the spell you are using to give yourself resistance on a frightened saving throw?
It's just a save. Well, hold
The
on.
cantrip
Where is-
resistance?
Yeah, the cantrip.
Gives you
You might
resistance
have
on a
to
saving
do it
throw?
for a
Yeah. Saving throw of my choice.
What is the action on that?
Concentration. One action.
One action. So this is happening simultaneously. So if you had it as a reaction, I would let you do it. But basically, this thing is getting a
Oh.
surprise round on you all.
Oh, okay.
How did we miss a giant hyena? Like
Interesting. How did you?
Oh, fuck.
magic.
It must have been able to travel silently somehow.
Oh, who knew?
Weird.
Is this a magical effect?
It is a magical effect. It is a magical-based fear effect.
Minnie got a 16.
Okay.
Dazan,
17.
Okay, that's better.
Dazan got a 4.
Dazan will fail.
Inga got a 24.
I will pass.
Got a 7.
Xena will fail.
Gob got an 18 and Villian got a 17.
Okay. You will both pass. So then in that case, it's just Xena and Dazan, I think, who are hit by this frightened effect. So you become frightened for 1 minute. You can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of your turns, ending the effect on a success. But as a frightened creature, you have disadvantage on all ability checks and attack rolls while the source of your fear is within line of sight. And you cannot willingly move closer to the source of your fear. So you are basically frozen in place right now because you are in a one-direction thin tunnel. So basically, you're in this small tunnel. There's this big hyena blocking the way into this ice sculpture room. Directly behind you is a very short drop to a shitload of vampire kobolds. And you are frozen in this place. You and Dazan.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's awesome. So with that in mind, let's roll some initiative, everybody. So please go ahead and drop those into the Zoom chat, and then also verbally say them for the podcast.
17 for Veronica.
Okay.
13 for Xena.
Okay.
Inga got a 14 again.
Okay.
Gob got a 17 and... Oh, wait, no, sorry, that's the old one. Excuse me. I'll just roll again. Let's see. Okay, all right. Gob got a 14 and Villian got a 4.
Minnie got a 7 and Dazan got a 5.
Okay. Villian 4. All right, Dazan. Oh, Dazan. Okay, so I have 17 for Veronica, 14 for Gob, 14 for Inga, 14 for Minnie, 13 for Xena, 5 for Dazan, and 4 for Villian.
Right?
Okay. All right, let me roll some stuff.
Oh, no.
While y'all want to talk about that. Okay.
Who's this asshole?
Who's this
Oh.
guy?
Probably the thing that's been following us around this whole time. Battle ponytail, engage. Oh.
Yeah, I'm
Oh wait,
doing
Gob,
initiative
what's
math,
your
so-
dex?
My dex is a +2.
Okay, then I'm before you then.
Oh, okay, good.
Okay. Oh, let me just double check how many of these. Oh,
96
boy.
kobolds? There you go.
Yep.
Gosh.
All right. This is fine. And I'm sure it'll be fine. Yes. Oh, there's so many of them.
That means no.
Mm-mm.
That means the
Better get them
opposite.
fireballs ready, girl.
Smack them.
I think I have an idea
Roasted
for what to do.
cobalt.
Oh, yeah.
Tell us.
I have stone shape, so on my turn I can go over and use a stone to slide across to block that entrance from more getting in.
Ah, nice.
So give you a... Yeah, that'd be great. Oh, yeah. Bottleneck. If anything, yeah.
That's how I spell that. Okay, great. Okay, great. So, with that, as this arcane roar echoes out from this hyena, this gigantic hyena in front of you all, Veronica, you have the first action. As you begin to stir into this moment, you realize that before this exact moment, that yipping and the barking of what you now know to be that kobold swarm had stopped. But right now, in this second, it resumes with a fury as you begin to hear the skittering and clattering of very quickly moving bodies coming up of this ice slide here. And you would say the yipping has grown to a very excited pitch level, almost like animals before dinner. So, we're at you.
Well, looks like somebody rang the dinner bell, and Veronica will hold up her hand toward the giggling hyena as you see these bright purple etchings go across all of its body using Hexblade's Curse.
Okay.
And then she's going to run towards it and just try to beat its face in.
For sure.
So first one, big swing, 14.
A 14 is going to bounce off of the gigantic scarred hide of this thing. And now that you're looking at it too, you see its mouth, its claws. It is crusted in so many layers of blood that it's actually turned black and formed this kind of armor around this thing.
Oh, big boy. Well, I guess I'm just going to have to hit you even harder. And big swing again. Natural 20 on this one, though.
There we go. That'll hit. For sure.
But it might go hand.
So let's see. That's 19 plus 9. 28. Yeah. 28 damage.
Okay.
As my axe just like kank right in the side of it, that it was just like, oh god.
And that is magical slashing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Tina, bring me the axe.
Yeah, as you chunk into the side of this thing. And it doesn't seem too perturbed by this. It's got so much flesh, and like the humped dome of its body just is so scarred and has seen so much combat. This thing doesn't even really seem to... honestly, it doesn't even bleed when you hit it. Nothing comes out but a kind of a trickle of a pale colored ooze. And
Gross. I'm done.
Yeah, and this thing is looking at you again with its eyes. It's way too sentient and way too intelligent. Orange eyes burn into yours. And we move to some of my kobold spawn. The very quick ones. So skittering immediately. All of you haven't really moved forward except for Veronica into that other cavern. So all of you can hear the echoing of tiny nails and talons digging into the sides of the walls here as you see 3 of these kobolds climb up the ice slide and launch towards you all. So it's like 3 of them can comfortably fit around the cylindrical tube that they're crawling up here. So 3 are moving now. Who would have been in the back, I guess, of this party moving forward? Probably the wizards have been staying in the back, yeah?
I was like, Dazan and...
Well, Gob said he
if
was
we-
last
yeah.
with his crossbow.
Minnie was the first one to move forward to leave.
Okay.
I
So-
was probably next to Gob and like the second to last.
Okay, so you've been kind of keeping the wizards in the sandwich because they're squishy.
Hurting them.
Yeah. Yee. All right, then let's go ahead and do Gob and Xena. I'm going to roll to see who gets 2 and who gets 1.
Hot.
Xena, you get 2. Gob gets 1. So here we go. So as these things crawl along the walls and then launch themselves at you, you see their mouths open up and these jaws open up way wider than any normal kobold should. And you see these large, long fangs protruding from their mouths as their vampiricism has changed them. And their eyes glow with this red inner fire as they come launching at you. Oh my god, vampires versus werewolves. I never... Hell yeah.
Oh my god.
I love this.
Except this is the most Twilight version of it because it's Cobalt vampires versus werewolf gob. Like,
Yes,
Oh my god!
god!
Can I be Oh man, and I feel like I'm definitely a vampire because Inga's twinkly as fuck.
Oh my god, you're so sparkly. Oh my god, I love it. Team Vampire.
Team
So
Oh
Vampire.
my god. Team
so Nassim,
Team Gob or Team Cobalt?
will a 16 hit?
Yes,
Oh,
it
I'm
will.
sorry. They have advantage.
Oh,
'Cause they're
I'm sorry.
kobolds. So a 19. Yeah.
Oh, scary.
Yes.
Okay. Then here we go. You are going to take 6 piercing damage and 5 necrotic damage, and your hit point maximum is reduced by 5.
Aww.
Yeah.
Cool,
So mark
man.
that in your temporary because that will come back after you finish a long rest. So don't like fuck your character sheet forever, but until you take a
Okay.
long rest, your total hit points are reduced by 5. That means you can't heal beyond that. That sucks. And the kobold that bit you, now it's digging its teeth into your body, and you feel your blood like being slurped out. And this kobold is getting fatter and fatter, the way a snake does after it eats, like a rodent. Its body is becoming bloated as it's eating.
Ew, it's more like a
your
tick,
blood.
realistically.
Yeah.
A big
like a
ass
mosquito.
Yeah, I'm just like,
Must be so much
like,
blood it's taking
huh?
already.
Yeah, well, because these things, I mean, they stand about 3 feet tall. They're small creatures, so this is not a small amount of blood. You are feeling yourself getting woozy, which is why you've lost the 5 maximum hit points. And then another one is going to try and come in, again, with advantage because of that sweet, sweet kobold pack tactics. So that's going to be a 23 to hit you.
Oh,
Ooh.
Yes.
Yeah, all right. So only 5 piercing damage.
Okay.
Plus 7 necrotic damage. So your hit point total is going to be reduced by 7. Ooh, that's rough. And then Gob, that one that is so basically both of these things, and you are frightened, so you are kind of frozen in place here, and these things take advantage of that, and they land biting that point just between your neck and your shoulder on either side of you. So now you have this like collar of feasting kobold vampire spawn
this cape.
wrapped around you. Yeah. So then that's fine. And Gob, let's see if they get you. Okay. Well, a 25 or a 25 with that advantage roll. So will a 25
get
hit you?
some.
Yeah. Damn. Get some.
Buff me.
Buff me.
So that'll be 7 piercing damage, and then 6 necrotic damage. So your hit point total is going to be reduced by 6.
Okay.
So that's the vampire spawn's turn. But we're not done because now it is my turn. This gigantic hyena now that Veronica, you have run up to it and you have thrown your axe into its side so cavalierly. It is going to reach out with its black blood crusted jaws. And I don't know if you've ever seen a hyena like in real. Their jaws are, it's like Pitbull by 10, just horrendous as these things launch towards you, and just this spray of like death kind of comes out of this thing as whatever rotting material it has been eating, and it just has been decaying and rotting in its mouth for so long. It is going to try and bite you with a 26.
No, it misses. No, just
Yeah,
kidding.
yeah.
Wait, it misses.
All right, so that'll be 16 piercing damage
Oh,
Yeah.
plus 13 necrotic damage, and your hit point
All right.
maximum is reduced by 13 damage. And you see, as this is happening, and it steals that 13 points, that wound that you caused to it knits up before your very eyes as its flesh comes back together, and whatever blood this thing stole from you, it is going right back into its body. But it's not done because it gets 2 attacks. So here we go. And it's going to bring around while it is clutched, like launched into your side and like tearing now, doing that horrible predator thing where it's trying to rip at your flesh and bone. It is reaching around with one of its claws from behind and trying to rake that down across your thigh. So here we go. Fuck. Well, here we go. 21 to hit. This is where D&D Beyond wants to bring the pain. That'll be 7 slashing damage as it just brings one of these fetid claws down. And you can feel it burn, not from like a poison or another effect, but because this thing's talons are so steeped in crusted blood that who knows how long it's been there and who knows what kind of bacteria is like crawling into your skin as it scrapes across.
Sepsis.
Good. Love it. So that is
chef's kiss.
Real nice. So that is going to bring us to Inga with Gob on deck. So you see all of this happening, Inga, at once.
Oh boy, I imagine she's somewhere in the middle. So first things first, she is immediately going to run over to this tunnel entrance and to prevent hopefully more of these creatures from getting in. Does it look like there's still more crawling out there?
Oh yes. It's like any of those horse, if you've ever seen like Van Helsing or anything where just a shitload of these spawn are crawling up, coating the walls. Oh yeah.
Yeah, first things first, we're gonna lay our hands on them, and she just digs her fingers into the stone as much as she can as she casts stone shape, and you see like she pushes her like whole body into the stone, and gradually it like slides up over it. I imagine you can see like the one last of like little arms reaching out with their little fingy claws trying to get at.
Yeah, and I will say, Inga, this is probably the hardest this spell has ever been for you because you're actually inside of a glacier at this moment. So you're just surrounded by pure frozen water. So as you are reaching down, you are reaching so far into the earth to find enough minerals to like make this barrier. So it strains you way more than you thought it would, but you managed to get that sheet up, and it is still kind of transparent, unfortunately, so you can see just these like shadowy shapes scattering and clattering and barking at the other side of this wall.
Oh man, yeah, I imagine it's like pulling the physical minerals like out of the water,
yeah,
and like
it's
bringing
hard.
them together like a magnet.
Yeah, this was some Magneto bullshit that you just had to pull like out of your blood to make it happen.
Oh, I love it. So good. And then she, for her bonus action, you see suddenly like she just like whips her arms down to the side, and suddenly they become these like very long and tendril like branches as she takes on this shape of this huge and just like mother of a willow tree that just each branch drips with starlight. As she casts Guardian of Nature.
Woo!
Christmas tree farm, go!
Yes! Tree farm.
And then she is going to start, and then within here, how many of the little vampire kobolds are in here?
So 3 vampire spawn. 1 is sitting on Gob, and then 2 are deep drinking into Xena right now.
Okay, cool. So while she is in her tree form, as she gains 10 temporary HP, nice. I make Constitution saves with advantage. I make Dexterity and Wisdom-based attack rolls with advantage. And while I'm on the ground within 15 feet of me is difficult terrain for my enemies.
Okay.
Cool. Wow.
Hell yeah. I'll say that'll
turn.
cover everything because you're in a small ice tube, so I think you can do that. So you're hitting even the ones crawling on the ceilings. I think that's totally fair to say.
Oh man, yeah, it's like this like spectral form of roots like shoot out of her body, and they just kind of roll up to the sides,
up
and like
and
you
around.
see these like stalagmites of ice, come out and jet out.
Cool as shit.
Yeah,
it's like roots breaking through a permafrost, like and like oh yeah, love it. Take a point of inspiration. That's sick as hell. Also, the stone shape totally saved people's lives. Real hard. Neat. Anything else for you, Inga?
Nope, that's for sure.
All right. So, Gob, we come to you with Minnie on deck here. So, Gob, you have 1 on you.
Am I being grappled?
Nope. It was. Technically, you are not grappled.
Okay.
Technically, they're not still attached to you if you want to do D&D rules, but they were drinking your blood, so
Oh, okay.
it's perched on
I,
you, I guess.
Dramatically shove the kobold off.
Mm-hmm.
So you ain't the only one with fangs. And as a bonus action, I'll rage.
Nice.
And I do the classic werewolf
Wolf out.
thing. Like, my snoot gets longer and my tail gets all poofed out. And
Roar.
I'll just try to beat the piss out of this thing. I do believe.
Fair enough. Oh, that
and then I do
puppy.
it with
Puppy was
the
safe.
mitts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Get it.
I know reckless. A reckless attack.
Okay.
Let's see. So advantage. Okay. Yeah. First attack is a 19 plus 9. Good.
Yeah, that'll do it. Damn. Yeah. Yes.
Let's see it. I'm gonna roll the first damage and see if it's enough to blow it out of the water.
Okay.
That's 9 damage coming at it.
No.
Still standing.
Oh,
Alright,
yes.
no.
And that is magical bludgeoning. Yes, with your.
It is. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
Gauntlets.
with my Duergar. Yeah. Second one is 17 plus 9. I think that'll probably do it too.
Yes.
And let's see. Damage is, let's see, 6 plus 6 is 12 points of bludgeoning damage. Oh, plus 2 to each one. So 4 on top of that
Okay.
from each attack. Yeah, sorry.
So it was 11 for the first attack,
I'm a
and then
new
the second one is
barbarian.
12 damage plus 4.
Raging.
So 14, so 25 damage total. 25 magical
Something like that.
bludgeoning damage total, and this thing is still up.
Shit.
Xena, take
All right,
note,
all
just
right,
in
pull out
case
all
you
the
were
stops.
wanting to do anything. You think these things are a little bit chunkier than your typical undead.
Yeah.
Just to say.
I glance over at Veronica and no, Bella. I mean Veronica. No. And I'll
dare
action surge. Get another. I'll just beat the hell out of this one. See if I can get it down.
Hell yeah.
Keep reckless going. As a 19 plus 9, and then I'll just roll the second one. 17 plus 9. So
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, kid, I don't think you have any trouble hitting.
8. So I'll just add it all together. 8 and 6 plus 8 is 24 plus 4 is 28 points of bludgeoning damage.
It had 25
Oh,
left.
did I get it?
So you just did it. You just did
Oh.
it. So go ahead and how do you
Crunch
kill
the
this
ribs and-
thing? Yeah.
Those are
I
chunky.
got that love rage going strong, and I just
Mhm.
lay into this thing, big old hammer blows.
Yeah.
And
And it
blast,
is
and smash its head open.
oh yeah, and you hit it once, you expect that to do it, and this thing, you see it just, despite the cracked ribs and bones, it keeps coming at you. You hit it again, and it just does it again. You can feel the popping and the tearing in its body, but it doesn't matter as this hunger seems to propel it forward. And with that final slap, finally, its bones have been pulverized enough that it just falls flat onto the ground. But damn, those things had a lot. Those things had a lot going in them. It took your whole round to beat one of these
Action
things
surge,
to
yeah.
death. You are not dealing with standard kobolds, my friends. Anything else for you, Gob?
Well, I don't really have anything mechanically, but I'll just try to get in the way of the ones that are going after Xena and slap at their hands ineffectually. or
Yeah, I
whatever.
think you're trying, but
Stop
with
it.
Xena and Inga and
Stop.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's a terrible situation because you are all trapped in this very small cylinder. So there's not much you can do. As you're just trying to push towards Xena, who's being just drained by the second by these two things. So that is going to bring us to Minnie with Xena on deck. So Minnie, you see
So
this
is it possible?
big ass hyena in front of you that is just chomped Veronica significantly, like a big clenched into her side, and then two that are eating Minnie.
Yeah, so
Xena.
the ones that are on Xena, would it be possible to hit them both with a burning hands, or is it just too...
You will hit Xena and everyone behind you. So I think it would be Inga and Gob and Xena and the 2 kobolds.
Gotcha. Okay. Then I will go ahead and try to hit one of them with a chromatic orb.
Okay.
And I will roll to attack. I'm gonna use lucky. Okay, that is a 26.
Okay. Yes, that'll certainly hit.
What kind of damage you doing?
Let's see here.
Yeah, kid. What kind of damage you doing? It matters a
Good
lot.
question. I forget what I can do again.
Me doing math
I'm
feverishly.
doing
Matters a
thing.
lot.
I don't know. I guess I'll do what I always do and do fire.
All right. Gonna do fire. Tell me one thing about this kobold. There are 2 kobolds now that is different from the other kobold.
Yeah, so one of the long tooths that it has is actually broken.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it's got, like one half.
Jagged, right? Like, ugh.
His name is
Oh.
now Mick Jagger.
Mick Jagger. The
Mick
Oh my
kobold.
Jagger.
God, no.
So you're hitting Mick Jagger with
Yeah.
fire damage. All right, roll for it.
All right. 8, 2, and a 5. So 15.
That seems to do just normal damage to these things.
Okay.
So you get your 15.
That's gonna be my turn. And then next is Dazan, right?
No, we have Xena and then we have Dazan.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so Minnie goes ahead and just finds in her bag of holding a ball of yarn and just melds it into her hands and throws this thing and is like, oh fuck, we're fucked. We try to not fight and here we
We're
are.
fucked. We got ambushed. We're fucked. You sent a fox down into the foxhole. I don't know what you want from me. They're vampires. They see
I
and
feed him
smell
well.
like a
It should have
million
taken a
times.
moment.
Yeah. My God.
Yeah.
Yes. So that is going to bring us to Xena with Dazan on deck, and then it's going to be Velian, just for reference.
Do
You
I need to
needed
make
for-
a wisdom
there you go.
saving throw first to see?
Yes, if you I think
If
that's
I
at the
can actually
end
do
of
anything?
the end of your turn. So if you would like to, let me just double check.
Oh,
At the
so I
end
can
of each
do
of its
stuff.
turns. So if you made the wisdom saving throw now, that would be it for your turn. But right now, your only restriction is that you cannot move towards that hyena. Otherwise,
Okay.
you could do something, especially if it was attacking the kobolds behind you. So I would advise you do that before making the saving throw.
well, I actually want to do Aura of Life. Because it's a life-preserving energy that radiates from me within 30 feet,
Oh,
and
shit.
it only affects, obviously, non-hostile creatures,
Yep.
including me, and we get resistance to necrotic damage, and
That's
the hit point
nice.
maximum can't be reduced,
Oh.
and and
Oh,
in addition, a non-hostile living creature regains a hit point whenever they start the turn in the aura.
Oh, chef's kiss.
damn, that's fucking sick, because that would hit all of you, including Veronica, who's currently getting eaten by a hyena. So, yeah, that's a great fucking move. Hell yeah. All right, what does this spell look like? We've never seen Aura of Life before.
I think it starts to feel like a warm, sunny glow emanating from my armor. But it's still not like obviously a bright daylight thing. It's very like the lights behind me here.
Yeah,
This warm
warm.
orange
Mm.
starts to surround our bodies, and we kind of glow that color all around all of us.
Hell yeah. Damn, that's nice. That's like, this is made for vampires. I'm just reading it over.
Mhm.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Love it. Love that. Anything else for your turn as you all begin to glow this very beautiful orange?
Well, it's the only action I can take, so now I can roll.
Yes. So you can make that versus frightened saving throw. So it was a wisdom.
Right?
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, that's 17.
17 will do it. So your fear of this thing dissipates. And now you can see it truly for what it is, which is this outrageously large hyena in front of you. But you know that there is something wrong about this. This is clearly not some kind of a hyena. And you, oh cleric, know in your heart of hearts that 1, this is undead, this thing in front of you. 2, you also know that this is not its true and most potent form. You know that to your core as you stare at this hyena.
Yeah. This isn't even my final form.
It's like
another
theme
one
in this adventure. Or something.
Oh my gosh.
Evolution
There's
change.
some anime realness here.
Nothing is what you expect. Great. You know that in your heart. And that while that is terrible and frightening, it is not the frightened effect. And we move along now to Dazan, and then it's going to be Velian's turn, and then back up to Veronica. So Dazan, oh, you're muted, Katie.
So I'm
boy.
gonna try a thing.
Yeah.
Oh.
He is frightened, so he can't move.
Yep, I'm gonna have him cast Phantasmal Force on this thing, the hyena.
Yep.
And basically what he's going to try to make him perceive is that there's just a row of chains that have his snout, hands, and feet all bound together.
Cool.
So it's going to be a DC 13 wisdom saving throw, but Minnie, seeing him gear up, is going to use her portent for him to roll a 4.
Ooh.
Double wizard combo.
Double wizard combo.
Yeah.
Combo.
Let me make sure I don't have advantage though, because that would be the thing in the thing. I do not. So the hyena, suddenly, Veronica, in front of your eyes, you don't know why. The jaws that have been biting you let go and retract, and kind of, they pull away from your skin. They're taking some of your flesh with it, but it's like something has cement glued them together in this moment, and you hear like a wince of pain as this thing is fighting back with its jaws, and you see it's struggling to maintain standing up as its paws spring together, and it's leaning dangerously in this moment.
And he'll take 5 psychic damage.
Ooh. Rude.
Boop.
Well, that's just rude. All right. Yeah, and Veronica, it is very strange. Whatever this thing is doing in front of you, it is being affected by something you cannot see in any way. Neat.
All right, I'm here for it.
Like that. So Velian, we're at you, and then Veronica will be next.
All right.
Yeah, Joe.
So
Running Velian, thank you.
Velian, yeah. Okay, so yeah, the big head hyena seems like he's preoccupied.
Yeah,
and then,
with whatever is happening.
Remind me, did the little 2 kobolds, have they been
dealt with? No, they're still on Xena, who did cast out the spell, but they are still snacking. So Xena sent out this burst of warm light, but they are still just chowing down on her arteries.
And they hurt you pretty bad, right, Xena?
Nassim, did they hurt you pretty bad?
Yes, they have.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was
Who hurt
quite a
you?
bit.
But I'm okay. I'm still standing.
So,
I'm not
Veli-
terrible.
Yeah, Velian will go against her instincts to buff Gob, and she'll instead touch you on the shoulder and cast protection from evil and good.
Ooh. Ooh.
and protect you against undead.
Oh, nice.
So those creatures have disadvantage on attack rolls against you, and you can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed. And you already broke your saving throw, but it would have helped you with that. But yeah,
Amazing. Thanks,
The
girl.
undead
Or whatever they are.
Yeah, Velian, yes. Girl.
Okay.
So you see as Velian cast this effect, and you would feel this, Xena, the two kobolds suddenly like, they let go of your neck and go like, and they're like using their paws to wipe their tongue as if suddenly your blood has like turned to acid and they just are disgusted by drinking from you.
I'm not recommended for all.
Consult your doctor to see
You
if
can
Xena is right
handle
for you.
this blood alcohol level. Bye. Wow.
Consult your cleric.
Yeah, consult your cleric
Oh.
before
I'm
consuming.
too full of life.
Darling. So, Veronica, now we come to you with a bunch of kobolds and a hyena, and then it'll be Inga.
Yeah, she like kind of holds onto her side and it's just like, that hurt. But you want to know what hurts more? Giants. You hit like a bitch. She'll turn back to Lizanne and be like, hey, can I hit this thing? Is that fine?
Go for it.
Oh,
Perfect.
Yes, you can hit it. It won't interfere with this spell.
Easy peasy. And you see her like clap her hands together for a hot second as like the same wisps appear from earlier as she'll cast Spirit Shroud again. And all of a sudden just start wailing into this thing with her axe. So big swing, first one, 18.
An 18 will hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I get a D8 on top of that. Yes.
Mhm.
12, 9, 21. So 25 damage on the first hit, 4 of that being radiant.
Okay. Radiant does not matter.
It's fine. More damage is more damage.
Yep.
Next, 20. What is that? 6. What are you? Plus 9. 28. Oh wait, no, I got a 19, so that's a crit. Because my Hexblade's curse, 19 or 20 to get a crit. So we're just gonna roll that.
Wow.
It's fine. Oh wait, I get 2 of these, huh? Yeah, 6. 5, 11, 14. Oh god, 25 plus 34 damage. As she's just mad. She's like, oh, you're gonna take life points from me? That's cute.
You too.
Just hair flying everywhere.
Yeah.
Like
Oh my god. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
you're hitting it, chunking at it. You see chunks of flesh are flying off this thing. Again, still no blood running through the
fine.
body of whatever this is.
That's fine. I'm gonna turn into dust. Taxidermy piece of shit. All right.
I would really like a hyena on my mantle. Thank you.
Oh, I'm turning it into a hat and like a cape. It's gonna be a
I'm
full
gonna wear it.
outfit.
It's gonna look amazing.
But it's
Smell
so
gross.
crusty.
Smell gross, but look amazing. Like
Musty as hell. Yeah, musty as hell.
That's the
undead
brand.
undead chic. Like
Yeah. It's a look.
that's it for me.
Okay. Yeah, so you are chopping into this thing, and you can tell, I mean, you have gotten through a lot of the flesh on this thing. If this wasn't undead, you are sure it would be very dead. It is just on, you can see parts of the skeletal structure, and it is wavering in front of you in this moment. Unfortunately, it is our turn. So those 2 kobolds, that one, have been repelled now from you, Xena, but they are still lurking, perching around you. You see that as their turn begins, their wounds start to knit back together as they start to regenerate. You see, cracked jaws move back into place, and that barest, like, everywhere where skeletal structure and muscle was seen is, like, covered in a thin layer of skin as they start to knit themselves back together and dive in. Not towards you, Xena, because now you taste gross and are disgusting. So they are going to move one towards Gob and then one towards Inga, since you two are the ones in the back here. So here we go. One coming for you, Inga. Advantage still. A 21 for Inga. Will that hit? For Sage, can you hear me? Oh. Uh-oh.
Yeah. Technical difficulties.
Hey, Sage, can you hear me?
Yeah, sorry, I had to change my headphone over.
Yeah, no worries. Will a 21 hit Inga?
Yes, it will.
Okay, so one of these spawn now disgusted by the detect evil blood, or the anti-evil blood of Xena is coming for you. So that'll be 6 piercing damage. And it would be 6 necrotic damage, but that is halved since you are under the influences of that spell. And your total damage cannot be reduced, correct?
Mm-hmm. Indubitably.
Fuck. So just 3 necrotic damage. Damn, that's a good spell. That's a good anti-vampire spell. Damn. Damn shit. So
Gina for president.
It just bit
A lot of
into
clutch
like
moments
tree
in this
bark.
episode.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like, ow, me teeth hurt. And then one is gonna try and go for you anyway, Gob. So an 18.
Gob will do his tail whip. And
It's super effective.
It's very effective. That ups my AC to 19 for this attack.
Damn.
So
all right. So no. So you
do a quick
whip it
spin
out of the
and
way.
I smack him in the face with my tail.
Yeah, and it's like, as you see its flesh is knitting back together, and it hasn't quite got the mobility of a fully fleshed kobold at this point. And then we move to this giant hyena now that has been in front of you, Veronica, and you have done a significant amount of damage to it. And as you look at it and its eyes are staring into yours, predator to predator, in this moment, you get that flash of all too familiar intelligence. And you swear this hyena smiles, which is not a gesture that any beast you know should be able to do. And it dissipates into...
Looks at Gob like...
Hyenas, though.
It dissipates into a cloud of mist. And, like, if you imagine, so, like, rolling, creeping fog from a fog machine, it moves up towards the ceiling and begins to creep away and out into the darkness.
It's got minus 10 feet of movement because it started its turn within 10 feet of me in my spirit shroud. Like,
hell yeah.
Get back here, Cloudy Dust. Absolutely not.
Didn't the Christmas tree make it hard difficult terrain as well?
Yeah. I mean, mist is not influenced by difficult terrain. Yes.
Oh, okay. Shoot.
Yes.
He does have phantasmal force on him, so he needs to use his action to break that if he believes that it's real.
Oh, yeah. He did. He didn't
Rewind.
take an action. He just disappeared into mist and crawled away.
Mist form's free? Fuck that guy.
Right. How dare you? You get back here and you fight like a hyena.
And it's crawling slow. Oh, shit. It's crawling slow over the ceiling. And it actually feels like it's mocking you as it's doing so. How slowly it's rolling out of this space into the dark, into tunnels unknown. But it has known for so long.
I would have beaten you.
So
I'm just going. It's fine.
It was a bonus action for this thing in particular, Katie. So, sorry.
No, it's fine.
It's a little bit better than your stupid 5e monster manual vampires, which are the worst.
They really are, though. They really
are.
sad.
It's very sad. It's actually very pathetic. So we wanted to do better. We, by me, designing this monster. So with that, this hyena rolls out of the room, and you are left now with Veronica. You see this thing go, but the shrieking cries of your companions in the back here as they are just being decimated by this thing. And then the thundering pound of many, many talons just waiting on the other side of that stone-shaped wall just for a chance to make it through. And that's where we're going to end for today.
Oh,
Yay!
They see me rolling. They hate it. Like that's all I could hear in the back of my mind. You're like, it's just rolling out from like.
Yeah, the vampire's like, bye. I'll just regenerate. Yes,
Dude, I'm so fucking mad I didn't mind spike that motherfucker, and so I could know where he is.
You
Oh
know,
man.
Yeah.
that's fine. I'm pretty sure we'll see him again.
We live.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So this chapter, for reference, is called "The Caves of Hunger." You all are
Eat a
starting
sandwich,
to sense the
like-
theme of why this is happening. But anyway, oh wow, thank you all so much for being here. Again, we are the Venture Maidens. We play a lot of fucking Dungeons and Dragons. Alternating weeks, of course, you can always find us here playing Rime of the Frostmaiden. We've only got a few more episodes in this series, so definitely make sure to tune in for the next few weeks. We are going to be going back to our normal schedule, so just 2-hour streams that are going to be happening through the end of this game, but I don't think we're going to be here for more than 3 or 4 episodes. So really tune in. We're getting towards the end. We're cranking at light speed. So thank you so much for being here, for supporting us. And then, of course, on those alternating weeks, you can always catch us playing our Adventure Maidens main campaign. We are doing Campaign 2, which is all very Feywild, homebrew inspired, using a lot of elements from the Adventure Maidens campaign guide, which we are currently writing. Kickstarted a few months ago. PDFs are coming out in January. So if you're interested in that, interested in what we do, I know it's creeping up. I'm feeling it. As the writer, whoa, you can head over to our Kickstarter page and you can actually pre-order it still. So if you love this, you love us, you like our style, definitely check out the book, at least back for PDF, because there's some good ass shit that is happening in the book. Yeah, if you like this part of the adventure too, I wrote this. So if you like this, I'm also the lead writer on the Venture Maidens campaign guide. So if you were like, ooh, my spooky hackles, then you should definitely back the Venture Maidens campaign guide. But with that, let's do outros and then other announcements for everybody going around, I think. So, hey, yes. Hey, everybody. I've been your Dungeon Master, Celeste Conowitch.
I'm Joe. I've been your beastie barbarian, Gob Herkenstall.
I'm Katie, and I've played Minerva Tinkabobble. I said it fast. Your
Bobble.
human divination wizard,
Hell
and
yeah.
no longer Jingles.
Oh, I'll be back
Summon him again.
eventually.
Dude, we are in a death dungeon. That takes
Right.
an hour or some
Wow.
shit.
You probably don't have any more short rests or long rests ever. So
We'll get them when we're out of this shit celebrated.
It's fine.
It's a long road ahead, but we'll get there.
Mm.
And I am Nassim, and I was.
No, I'm no
I
longer
was
Nassim.
I'm done. Thank you.
I've transcended.
I played your Kalishtar cleric, Azina Orendi.
And I am Saint, and I have been your druid who seeks for nothing more than to ruin Celeste's day.
Ah, that's a
Yeah,
player
too.
v player. Don't even lie about it being your druid. Go on.
And I'm Vincent playing your super heavy hitting battle ponytail having. Oh my god, this wig is hot because it's been on for 3 hours.
Yeah.
Oh,
lady,
Hexblade
What?
Warlock.
Oh.
Oh god, it's a lie. I'm really a man all along. What is Gob to do?
You mean you're not white?
Oh my god.
Oh my god, Inga, you can't just ask people why they're not white. Like,
You can't do that, Inga. Oh, well, if you enjoyed this, please do stop by for our other streams. We have a bunch of cool shit on the channel. Like, Sage, tell the people about the next thing they can check out on Venture Maidens.
Hell yeah. So it'll be the first Monday of each month, and starting October 4th, I am running a Pharaohs campaign, which is very exciting.
Cool.
Doing a collab
Yeah.
with another podcast group that I'm on called the Mind Sculptors, where we talk about topics in gaming and magic, and specifically in competitive magic. And so I have assembled a group of magic content creators to come together and play some fucking D&D. So we're doing
Cool.
a great big crossover. And it's our campaign is called Path and Prophecy, with the first arc being called Slithering Stars. So
Whoa!
it's a little taste for you.
Ew.
That sounds
It'll
epic
be-
as hell. Yes.
Right, like,
Yes, so make sure to come back, Twitch viewers here now. Make sure to be back on Monday to check that out. And then Wednesday, of course, it will be episode 7 of Venture Maiden's main campaign. So get in here. The fun doesn't stop. The fun does not stop. So Mondays, Wednesdays, check us out. Of course, please do. You know, if you want to gift us a sub, if you have a few bucks on Twitch right here, that'd be awesome. If you're watching this on YouTube, it would be awesome if you followed us. Give us a subscribe. It really, really helps. Makes all the world a difference for just a couple bucks out of your pocket. So please.
It's September. They're 20% off.
Oh my god, there's 20% off. Do it. Why? Don't you like us? Did you smile at all? If you did, please subscribe. What the heckies? Also, you know, rate and review podcasts you love. Follow us on social media. Yeah, Nassim's doing hands. Yeah, Nassim, what was the hands?
Oh, I was just listing off other emotions. If you felt any emotions,
Yeah.
Right.
to do
Any-
it.
Sadness,
If you were
turmoil,
mad,
pain.
anything. If we made you feel for even a moment in this horrible
You just
dead
wanna
world.
feel something.
If you, God, we all just want to feel something in this apathetic world. And if you did, fuck, we deserve your money. Give us money. Subscribe.
Got us.
Follow. Yeah.
You got a sub for, what was
Yay,
it?
thank
Veronica?
you, everybody. Oh,
Yeah.
TTRPG gifts.
thank
Giving out all the
you.
subs. Thank you, TTRPG
MVP.
gifts. You're a
Wow.
hero
You're wonderful.
and you're amazing.
See, groveling can work.
Yeah, see,
Can work.
all your teaching us is that groveling works.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
thank
you
you.
so
I love-
much.
I love- You all rock. We fucking love you, and we can't wait to see you until next time. But until then, everybody, stay
Stay
frosty.
frosty.
That
Bye.
was
Stay
rough,
frosty.
gang. Yay!